Hi guys, one more little thought about this. Evil is kind of great thought. And by the way, isn't this beautiful where I am? Yeah, sunset in Kansas. But obviously evil isn't good, but maybe let's talk about it in terms of suffering. So the Lord is obviously way more tolerant than we are, and in a way than we should be, of suffering. It's our duty to alleviate it, as I said, but not his. Oh, I feel like this is going to come out wrong in the same way. Not his in the same way. Over the long term, over the long haul, suffering, does it really hurt anybody? I don't know. Not like we, in our paranoid way, maybe think it does. Some people do turn against God when they encounter suffering. It is true. But overall, I have to think it serves its own purpose and it lets it play out. And it needs to play out. And it's all for our good eventually. Wow, that's beautiful. Look at that. So God has our ultimate happiness in mind, but this world is filled with suffering, just filled with it. Even when you do everything as good as you possibly know how. And somehow to the Lord that's okay. And like I said, I don't know exactly how that plays out when in the long haul, how that's made up to us. We know it is, but I don't know exactly how. But I do believe it is, and somehow it's going to be okay and glorious for those who go through great suffering and loss in this life. I don't know if that I'm adding that much to what I said before, but yeah, I think it's normal for us to see the great suffering and all the evil in the world and just kind of be a little too paranoid about it and think that it can't be, and marvel that God, an all-powerful, all-loving being, would allow that to happen. And really, it's kind of a misunderstanding of his view of things, his great love, but also his wisdom, and knowing that it's really not gonna hurt us. I hope I'm expressing this in an understandable way. But it's a normal thing. It's just me saying this, or coming to this realization in some level, is not going to make it all of a sudden easy to witness great suffering and be okay with it. I don't think it should. I think it's meant to be a paradox of life that's always hard for us to understand as mortal beings. So don't get down on yourself if you don't see it that way, especially when you're in the middle of something or you see somebody in the middle of something. It's always going to be traumatic and hard, and that's okay, and it's meant to be. But I don't know, maybe try to look with an eye of faith and see things from God's perspective, knowing his great love and mercy, and that it's all for our good. The things we go through, even eternal damnation, I guess what I mean to say is even the sufferings of hell are going to be good for those who have to endure that. Why? Because it's going to sanctify them, except for the sons of perdition. We don't know their end, but it's going to serve a purpose even for them. A good purpose. It's not just cruel retribution or punishment like a mortal might do. It's of God. So it's going to make everybody better who has to pass through that. It's better if you don't. And we all have that. We'll have that opportunity, but it's going to be good for everybody who has to go through those sufferings. It's going to make you better. It's going going to prepare you for the glory that you will one day be ready to inherit. All right. Thanks, guys. Bye. Okay, I said it's going to be hard to endure the sufferings of hell, basically, and it is. And I maybe should add that it is worth all of our effort to save ourselves and those we love, and everybody we can possibly influence to avoid those sufferings. Right? That's the whole kind of name of the game, or the whole work we're involved in. Well, part of the work we're involved in. Part of it is to I guess, seal people up to whatever they need, right? In terms of that. But the people who do end up having to go through that because of their choices, that will be what they need, and it'll be good for them. All right, hope that's a little clearer.